That is not good.
We got a call this morning from a customer who's got water ingress on a brand new server that we installed a few weeks ago. So we're going up to Northampton now to see what we can do. I'll see you there.
Is our server. Okay. And I need a screwdriver. That is not good. Hasn't come as far as the front discs. Seems okay there. There is a definite pool of water there. And there is water on the components there. I think what we will do is strip it down, dry it, and we'll try and power it back up. So I've got all of the connectors disconnected from the main board, which is difficult to do with one hand, so we didn't miss much. But now let's lift the board. You can see where the water has dribbled back. It only got as far as these heat sinks. I don't think it's risen up to touch the board from the bottom. Let's get this water out of the way. Trying to see where the water's come in. There's some dodgy pipe work and dodgy plaster work up there, but can't see anything obvious. So most of the water seems to be being collected around this area of the board. I've blown as much of it off as I can, but I have a cunning plan. Okay, we have dried it out and put it back together. Let's give it some power and see what happens. Don't know if you can see that, but got one power supply in. That's all I'm going to connect for now. turn the UPS back on. We have lights. So it's promising. Let's plug in over network, please. We'll see what the server does. Well, before we call this a success, we should probably put the server back together. So I've got all the screws back in. Make sure I've not loosened anything off. We'll put the fan guard back in place. And the lid. Make sure we don't damage these fibre optic cables. Now let's get the power back on. In. Moment of truth. We've built a little rain shelter for the top of the server, which is far from ideal, but at least if there are any drips on the roof, they will run off and fall down the back rather than dripping into the server.
So that was a success. Managed to get the customer back up and running within less than 4 hours of them reporting the problem to us, which is ideal. And they're very grateful, because the alternative, had the server not come back to life, would have been it would have meant waiting until at least tomorrow to get a replacement motherboard from Dell, and we would have had to come back and fit that as well. So the client would have been in for a bill of at least £2.5 grand, something like that, not to mention the lost productivity of their factory not being operational for the best part of 2 days. So they're very happy that we managed to get the server back up and running, albeit using slightly Heath Robinson approach, but you've got to go with what you've got at your disposal at the time. And ideally we would have taken the server back to our office, given it a thorough strip down and clean out, but their priority was for their facility to resume production, and it looked like the water damage was fairly well, the water ingress was limited to a small part of the motherboard, fortunately. So with the assistance of the air blower in the gents toilet, we were able to save the day. Happy customer.